What is the secret to finding love lies in understanding a changing marketplace. Are women unintentionally pricing themselves out of long-term relationships? Is waiting for the offer holding women back from happiness? Let's delve into a complex topic, the evolving landscape of relationships, and what it means for women seeking lasting love and commitment. We need to examine some uncomfortable truths to navigate these changes successfully. Currently, fewer people are marrying or even dating. This isn't just a random trend. It's driven by several factors, including the impact of hypergamy and shifting gender dynamics. Hypergamy, or mating up, combined with the growing success of young, childless women in education and careers, creates a unique challenge. As women achieve more, their dating pool may actually shrink, as the pool of men who meet their criteria decreases. However, women tend to wait for men to initiate. This tradition, where men make the first move, persists despite questioning other gender roles. This places women in a passive position within the courtship. This strategy works well in their 20s, when offers seem abundant. Women may feel like there's no reason to settle, as someone even better may appear. But the dating scene undergoes a significant shift at 30. After this age, men's perceived market value starts to surpass women's. And as a woman's perceived value is thought to decrease with age, the cost for the men to offer commitment to women increases as they age. Therefore, the same offer, marriage, long-term commitment, becomes increasingly expensive for men as women get older. If women don't adjust their approach, they risk becoming less desirable and priced out of the market. Considering these factors, hypergamy, women's success, changing values, and the hesitation to initiate, there are a few potential outcomes for women. Let's explore 5 key scenarios. Scenario A: women maintain high standards, win the competition, and secure a high-value man. Scenario B: women lower their standards to beat the competition and secure a high-value man. Scenario C: women maintain high standards, fail to win the competition, and settle for a lower-value man. Scenario D: women lower their standards, still fail to win the competition, and settle for a low-value man. Scenario A: women neither secure nor settle and remain unpartnered. So, which scenario is the most likely? Imagine you're shopping. Would you buy the same product for more if you could get it cheaper elsewhere? Probably not. This is why scenario A is the least likely. Men with many options will seek partners who are perceived as costing less. Consider designer handbags. Women pay thousands for a bag, even though cheaper alternatives exist. These luxury brands have proven women will pay the higher price. But most women aren't in the 1%, and they will struggle to compete for the top 10% of men if they maintain inflated expectations. Even if every top 10% man wanted to marry, that would only accommodate 10% of women. And if we factor in that many men are uninterested in settling down, only about 6% of women will find their place in scenario B. Here, women lower their price and secure a man that fits their needs. Now, 93% of women remain. Where do they end up? Unmarried women make up approximately 25% of the population. That leaves 2/3 of women facing scenarios C and D. I would imagine that they would choose to be unpartnered over being with men who they have a less than desirable relationship with. However, the desire for children and commitment can become powerful forces in women's lives as they age. Consequently, 15% of women might end up in scenario D, lowering their standards but still failing to win the competition, thus settling for a lower value man. They typically end up here out of pressure, necessity, or a desire to have children. That brings us to scenario E, where women are unable to secure a partner and unwilling to settle. 1 in 4 women face this outcome, and I believe this will soon rise to 1 in 3. It's harsh to say these women are alone, but they end up unpartnered and childless. Although many women are thriving in their 20s, the game changes at 30. Windows of opportunity shorten, and the fear of missing out becomes prominent. Most women who are childless didn't intend to be. This outcome is disproportionately seen among high-earning women with advanced degrees. It takes time to get advanced degrees, so the women are older, and because of their age, men are less inclined to make offers. However, these women are also the least likely to surrender hypergamous tendencies. They have worked hard to get there, which leads us to the final scenario, C. If the 5 scenarios cover the exclusive outcomes, we could estimate that half of women end up with lower-value men willing to meet their demands. The high-value man with other options won't agree to a lifetime of commitment, but the lower-value man will, to compensate for his lower attractiveness. Most women will end up with the relationships they want, but not necessarily with the men they want. Women must navigate these shifting dynamics. As it stands, this distribution relies on the continued reluctance for women to initiate. This is a rough approximation of likely outcomes. Time changes things as the odds become more unfavorable to women. For most women, their best shot at securing a desired relationship is today. Understanding the marketplace allows for informed decisions. There's a need for honest self-reflection and a willingness to adapt as the journey unfolds. It's not about settling, but making conscious choices aligned with personal values and desires. Whether you choose to prioritize career, family, or personal fulfillment, do so with intention and an understanding of the potential consequences. The goal is to create a life that brings joy, meaning, and connection.